Good morning. I thought I'd do a live. I've not done one for ages. Yes, I've got scars before anyone says anything. My skin's really pasty. I'm not feeling too well. So that's why my scars are showing more. And no, they're not from cold sores or anything like that. Before anyone starts. I don't have any cold sores. If you can look at my lips. Not a single cold sore there. Thank you very much. So I thought I'd pop on and say hi. I am just in the middle of getting some work done. So if you see me out, my eyes darting about and stuff, don't mind me. In fact, let me put that there. I can put that on. So how is everyone? If you're on, just say hi. I am quite tired this morning, I will be honest. No. So, apart from somebody saying that I have herpes and I'm just trying to discredit me. Yeah, I don't have herpes. I do suffer with cold sores now and then. Stress and my hormone imbalance actually brings them out. And also too much sun as well, believe it or not. But yeah, so I'll just put that matter to bed right now. We all have as ailments one way or another. And that's one of mine. Not that it's anyone's business anyway. And yes, I do kiss and cuddle my little girl because she is an incredible little girl and she's very affectionate, loving, kind and caring, because that's what good parenting does. It produces a caring, considerate, kind, loving, gentle human being. So that's just two little issues and things that have been mentioned about me, which, you know, I will just say that and put that to bed now, because it doesn't really interest me anyway. I know she'll be having a good rant and rage, ranting, screaming like a banshee later on in her life. I'll be in bed asleep. So, but then she'll delete it like she did last week because she'll be scared of me or Wayne or Sophie or any of the others seeing it and having a pop back, because that's just what she does. For those of you that are going for Mark, MD, whatever they want to call him, I don't agree with things that he's done, but I don't have an interest in him. He did wrong against me last year. He apologised. I put the matter to bed. And I have no, I don't converse with him at all. I have no interest. But he was the bigger person. He did apologise. So you got to give the man his dues on that. And as long as he leaves me alone, then I've got no interest in him. Let him carry on doing whatever he's doing. With his channel. processing out for my printer. I've got to send my accounts off to my accountant today, so I need to get them done. And it's not, I don't think my printer's working properly. The little put of toys in there the other day. And I can't work out whether it's broke or not. She's a little bugger, bless her. She's into everything. Saying that she's 2 in like 2 days. So, yeah, she is into everything. Love her. She's awesome. She's so funny. Yeah, that's where I've had my hot cup there. Look. So, who's on? I had 8 people watching. I've now got 4. I know people will be flicking by, seeing what's going on. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm not into that at all. However, I am contemplating on discussing something to do with work, actually. So I had a tenant in a property, and this tenant damaged this property that they was in. I did an inspection, mind my roots, I did my head and look at that. I did an inspection and found that he had 2 dogs in the property, and they were big dogs as well, without permission. There were no pet bond paid or anything like that. They were caged up when I went there, and they'd thrown bed sheets over them. Obviously, 2 big dogs, you're going to smell them anyway, which I certainly did, because the house stunk of urine, like dog urine. And also the back garden was covered in dog poo. Now the back garden was all decked, it was fully decked, and it had not long since been done before they moved in. Now I've got moving images and a moving report from when they moved in. Showing the decking. Now, there were 2 slats, one on either side, that had a probably about 2mm gap. Only a very, very tiny gap. You'd have only just got a coin down there. And when I went and did the inspection, the decking was absolutely destroyed, to be fair. Well and truly destroyed. Now, I'm actually going to go and see if I can show you just the decking. I mean, I've done a video of the inside, which is on my channel, which you'll see the decking on there anyway. I'm just looking for the fold one here. I've got that many folders. I've got that many folders on here. Where are you? There we go. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. Can I just rename this folder just to take that name out? I don't want that publishing. Right. So when they moved in, there was no damage. The banister was a little bit loose, but there was no damage. 2 weeks after them being in, we had a storm, the fence panel broke down. The next day, my guys went and put it back up and secured it and made sure the garden was secure. The tenants then went on to tell the parents that I had left live wires hanging out of all of the ceilings. And I've got a moving inventory showing that that's not the case. And I showed everybody this moving inventory and put that matter to bed straight away. Everybody then knew the tenants were lying to try and cause trouble. And the tenants have been slandering me all over Facebook because I tried to get the deposit back to cover the damages. Or not, it wouldn't have even covered the damages. It would have only covered part of the cost. Hiya, Steph, you're all right, darling. It would only have covered part of the cost. Now, see if I can share screen. Okay, so let's load this one up. My computer is being slow today. I mean, you can see just from these images there of how bad. So this was the image that the tenant sent to me when that fence panel had blown down. That was put back up straight away. You see there, in fact, that's even worse there than what it were when they moved in. But, that's generally all there was. This is just 3 of the images of the decking when they've moved out. And believe me, there is a lot more. A hell of a lot more. So you can see there's a couple of them there. And that's the one I've just shown you. When they messaged me to tell me that had blown down. Now the images that you're gonna see are just this area of the garden. So that's when 2 weeks after they'd moved in, and this was when they was moving out. Okay, this one. Another. There's a rotten old table outside. You can see marks where the dog had messed. Okay. So that's just some. As I say, the full video is on mine. It's on my channel, so you can see the full video of the damage, because there was damage inside as well. These tenants had many baby gates. Now the baby gate at the top of the stairs, there was a hole in the wall. Now apparently that's the wall's fault because it's not strong enough to take a baby gate. Now baby gates, if you're not familiar, you unscrew them at either side and it extends it and it makes it tight to the wall. You make it too tight, and if you're actually going to get tools on it to make it that tight, yes, it's going to go through a wall. But it takes a lot to put that through a wall because the rubber ends. So that damage had been done by the tenant, but the tenant was blaming it on the wall. The dog feces in the garden and the damage to the decking was blamed on me. I don't know why I'm liable for their dog's mess when they weren't even supposed to have dogs, and them not cleaning it up. Oh, you couldn't see it. I've just done a screen share. Anyway, have a look at the video. It's on my channel. It's all on there. Can get pressure. That's what they had. They've got the same ones as what I've got up. Well, I've got a pull along one now, but I had the pressure one. I've got one still at the kitchen door. But yeah, they've done it too much, and they've put a get ruddy hole in the wall. But they're blaming that on the wall. It's the wall's fault. They had one at the bottom of the stairs, one in the hallway next to the bottom of the stairs, one on this door, one on that door. And everywhere that they'd had baby gates, there were marks and dents and holes in the walls. This tenant's a supposed professional painter and decorator. He'd filled them in, not sanded it, not painted it, just left it a mess. He damaged units in the kitchen that were sprained. Now, downstairs in this house, it is solid oak flooring throughout. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's now all chewed and scratched with the dogs, and some of it's lifted where the dogs have peed and it's not been cleaned up properly. And then it's warped, the wood. Now, you're probably talking £8,000 to have all of that replaced downstairs, because it's a fair size house. There were blinds missing, the window slats, similar to what I have. You can't even see it because of the sun coming through. There were some of them missing. There were the bottom bobbly runners missing. The blind in the master bedroom upstairs was broken, and it was actually tied up with a tie wrap. The kid, and it's got to have been the kid, must have been swinging on the doors. Now, if you're swinging and if you're pulling on a door here and you're pulling, it's going to pull the hinges out. Now, these doors, I mean, mine's got 3 hinges, but the doors in this house were wooden doors, and they have 2 hinges, one at the top, one at the bottom. Every single door in the house, the top hinge had been pulled out, and they basically siliconed it back in. They've got silicone, like what you put around a bath to stop your mould. They used silicone to try and put the door back on. So every door had to be realigned, it had to be redone. And for the last 7 months, 8 months, even before these tenants left, even before I gave them an eviction notice, I was getting emails till late night, threatening, harassing, rude, abrupt, nasty. And even before I had sent them an eviction notice, I had their parents or his parents messaging me vile messages saying that I'd put their son on the streets. I'd gone and I'd kicked him out. I'd physically gone and kicked them out and put them on the streets. They'd not even received an eviction notice at this point. They were still in the house. And I was going to keep them in the house, and I was hoping that, they could fix the issues, put all the issues right. Hiya, Shandy, all right, darling? I was hoping they were going to put all the issues right, because there were good paying tenants. They were just not good in looking after the house. So I thought, fix the issues, we'll overcome this, keep him in. Do have a little boy who's got health problems. I didn't really want to be causing distress to the family. But no, he had his mother and father messaging me. Now, I shan't read the message out, but I will show you, if I can cover the name, the kind of language okay. I then got bombarded with WhatsApps, and I got followed, I got harassed, stalked, threatened, pulled up to my husband vapes. So pulled up to a vape shop, and the tenant's father was in the chip shop next door. He came out and started banging on the bonnet, threatening me and my daughter, who, I mean, this is 7 months ago now. So she was 1.5, 15, 16-month old. I was concerned because I don't want that kind of stuff around my daughter. Yeah, I mean, I have anger issues myself, but I have had a lot of therapeutic work and over, my lifetime really, um, in order to understand them and keep them at bay, which I do pretty well, to be fair. So this tenant moved out. I had to give him notice, and he moved out. And even though he's moved out, I applied for his bond back. The deposit protection scheme gave him his bond back. I wasn't happy, and I am in a complete. I'm in a complaint procedure with them now, but they have already given this tenant his bond back. However, this tenant is still bombarding me and causing trouble. He has slandered me all over Facebook. He's put a video up of the video. The video that he sent to the DPS is actually put on Facebook. And it is such a quick scan through the property, and I can actually see some of the damages, but he doesn't show the front garden, he doesn't show the back garden, he doesn't show the flooring, he doesn't open and close kitchen doors, he doesn't show the shower that was broken or the shower screen that was broken. You can see the tap missing in the bathroom upstairs. You can just see some of the marks on the walls from the baby gates, but going upstairs to the hole in the wall, the hallway was dark, so you don't see it on that video. Threshold strip missing at the living room door, you can just about see that. So he's done the video in a way that suits himself and his own narrative. So this is why I've said, look, to the DPS, I've seen the video we sent you, and I know the video I've sent you, and it is on my channel. And I think you're out of order for giving him his bond back. And I am, as I say, I'm in a complaints procedure with it right now, because the owner has had to spend a hell of a lot of money trying to put that property right, and it's not her doing, So I don't see this bond. Don't come to me. Go straight to the owner, because that's what it's there for. And I'm still getting problems today. Now, this tenant was a cousin of mine, and his mum and dad. His mother is an auntie of mine, and his dad is her husband. Now, the husband, his dad, has caused trouble for this family for the last 20 odd years. He likes to cause trouble. I think he gets off on it. But they're still doing it. I mean, it was only the day before yesterday. I was at my nana's place getting some scrap and that in back at van, and his mother, the tenant's mother, was sat watching us and stalking us. Now, she's already threatened to beat me up when I was pregnant. She's already threatened me now, and her husband's threatened me and my daughter. I mean, who threatens a 2-year-old? She's not even 2 yet, she's 2 on Saturday. So, yeah, the police are involved. They have given him many, 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 many warnings, and dragged him down to the station for questioning and stuff. And it's just not stopping. So, I know, I don't. The thing is, it goes much deeper than just me. They've dragged my mum into it. They've dragged my nana into it. My nana's 78-year-old. And it was only 2 days ago that the mother was on the phone to my nana. My nana was actually here, stood in my living room. And the mother was screaming and shouting, somebody called such and such has put a like on one of Sarah's posts on Facebook. I've advertised some wardrobes on Facebook for sale. I says, right. And this had been going on all day at this point anyway. And I said, well, this person and this like or this comment, I've looked and I can't find it. So that account must have me blocked because I cannot see it, or I've blocked them because I cannot see this like or anything. Or this comment, whatever it was. I cannot see this. Now, the only people I've got blocked is that shower. So, and this was going on. So when my nana was here and she was going on about it, I said to my nana, look, I said, ask her to send you a screenshot of it. And then if I can see it and I can find it, I will delete it because I don't want to be associated with them. And I don't want my business associated with them. I want nothing to do with them. And I haven't done since it all started. I just want to be left alone, which they won't leave me alone. And then all of a sudden, asking for a screenshot, and then the screenshot comes, but then the account is deleted all of a sudden. So that just tells me it's them. It's them setting things up to try and say it's me, to make me look bad, to cause trouble, and then delete it. But then the trouble carries on their side anyway. I mean, I'm not bothered. Someone's liked or commented on my post, it's not there now. Who gives a shit? I don't. So, as I say, it does go much, much deeper. They've thrown my granddad's death in my nana's face, all sorts. It's crazy. So I've had a lot going on with that. But, I mean, what would you guys do if it was your family? I know, exactly. But, you think to be honest, his mum, my nana didn't bring her up like that. She used to be kind, considerate. I mean, she's always kept a nice house. I don't know what her house is like now. She always kept a nice house. She was always clean and tidy and respectful. Obviously, since she's met this fucking loser that she's with now, things obviously changed. But from what I knew, she always still kept a nice house. It's just her attitude that's changed. So I thought, well, the cousin, the tenant, is a qualified painter and decorator. He'll look after the house. It was a nice house. They were in a bad house before. They had no security for the little one. So I just thought, well, it's win-win for everyone here because they're going to have a really nice house with a big garden. It's all safe, secure. The house is absolutely beautiful. And I didn't think that we'd have these issues. And he obviously just showed his true colours. I mean, I've got a tenant in the house now, and the house is like a palace. She's an incredible woman that's in it now. If they threaten my children with a game over, this is the thing. My husband's got a career. He can't risk getting locked up, losing his job, because it wouldn't be a case of a slap on the wrist for him. He would, if he belted them, he would be jailed. There'd be no second chance, no third chance, no community hours, no slap on the wrist. He would be jailed. I can't go into it any further, but he would be jailed. Okay. And to be fair, he doesn't want that, because he doesn't want that about Babby, and neither do I. Not only that, but whenever they're kicking off, they've got their 11-year-old son in the car, and their 11-year-old son is seeing all this threatening, all this aggravation, and it's not good for him. It's not good for kiddies to see it. You don't want to see that when you're younger. You want to be out playing with your mates and having fun, not seeing all aggravation. And I certainly don't want my daughter around it. I was brought up with it myself. Hiya, Stacey, beautiful. How are you doing? I was brought up in a violent household with drugs and alcohol, and my biological father smashing the house up, beating me up, beating my mum up, drunk all the time, drugged up all the time. Fighting in the street. I've grown up with that, my son. I've seen all that, my son, and that's why I do not want it around my daughter. I don't understand the beef is. I know, well, that's it, Steph. They got the bond back, and I'm not happy about it, but I've not caused no ag about it. Like, well, the DPS have made that decision. They've sent him his bond back. Let's hope that puts an end to it on their side, and then I will deal with the DPS on my side as a separate issue. But they've not left me alone. I mean, yesterday the message I got was scum of the earth low. Let me have a look. Scum of the earth low lives was the one I got yesterday. They've said that I've got a gambling addict and I've gambled 3.5 grand of his money away. I don't even know where that's come from because I've not took no money off him. The only thing I did charge him for was a reference, which the money went to the business, not me. And I gave an honest reference. They asked, did this tenant pay on time? Yes, he did. Is he in arrears? No, he isn't. Did he look after the house? No, he never. Has there been any complaints from neighbours? Yes, there has. I gave an honest reference. I never went slagging him off. It was a yes no answers, and that was that. And yes, we charge £25 per reference. Other agencies charge more. And that money goes to the business because the business has to make money somewhere. Just trying to say it that way. Well, I live in Bessie, Steph. They live in High Park. So they are away. But they know where I live. And yeah, they've been seen. I've got the estate I'm on is an excellent estate. The people around here are so lovely. And we're all in a group chat on WhatsApp and on Messenger. So whenever anything happens on the estate or there's a bit of trouble or anything like that, then we all club together and it's great, It's a really, really lovely place to live. So when all of this started, I gave descriptions and the car descriptions and everything, and I put it on these chats, and they have been seen. And I've even got them on my CCTV because my house is covered full circle with cameras. And they've been seen on CCTV as well on mine, which has been sent to the police because they've got no reason to be down here. None at all. So, yeah, I mean, the police know about it all. I mean, they've told me to stop reacting, and then we can do them on harassment. I'm going to see a solicitor about an injunction order. But it's just ridiculous. It's made me nana poorly as well. It's made her quite ill. The stress and the upset of it. Because at the end of the day, it's her daughter and her grandson. And although they rung her the other day and shouted and screamed at her, and you can fuck off and all, and slammed phone down on her, you don't talk to parents like that. You just don't. But, my nana still loves them because there's still a family, It's still her family. So, but yeah, I mean, what would you guys do if this was happening? If this was happening to you, and you want the peaceful life, you want to be left alone. You don't want all the shit. You're dealing with things in a legal matter, going through all the channels that you have to by law with the business and personally, and not being subject to dishing out any more threats or violence back at them. What would you guys do? Because I am tired. I'm not angry about it. I'm just tired. You know, I have emails upon emails upon emails. Things that have been sent. Bear with me, because I've got a folder on here. I'm going through them here, but there's names mentioned, and I'm not mentioning names. Hope your thing of a sprog is happy now, as she is the one who's broke this so-called family up, no one else. That's not me at all. She slandered all of us. No, I'm just pointing out what they've done to me. I wouldn't be able to control Johnny people making threats to me and the kids. It's hard to say, mate. I think you're doing the right thing, though. Yeah, see, my other half, he has said, get on racecourse then. He said to him, get on racecourse, let's have it out. And then they rung the police. And he said to police, well, actually, yeah, I did say that because have you seen the logs, the endless amount of logs that we've sent you guys and the phone calls and everything and the proof of what they're doing? And they went, yeah, we have seen it. And she says, and to be honest, I think they just need to pack it in and leave you alone. Now, this is a police lady that was acting on their behalf, but when she looked into it, she rang us up and she said, well, I want to ask, did you do it? He said, yeah, I did. And she says, right, well, it's the wrong thing to do. I understand why you've done it, but it's the wrong thing to do. He says, yeah, but have they told you that they banged on the bonnet of the car and threatened my wife and daughter? Have they told you that I was getting in the car outside the Eye Park Club, and the other one, the tenant, was in Greg's car park, which is literally next door, and threw a packet of sausage rolls at him? That's pathetic. And then the father was stood on Carhouse Road shouting, get to my fucking house now and fucking fight me, oi knobhead. And she went, yeah, we've got all that logged. We've got CCTV footage of it and everything. She says, but because they've made a complaint, I have to ring you and tell you, don't do it again. She says, but I will be ringing them and giving them a stern talking to. You know, so yeah, he has offered. He says to him, get on racecourse. He's not my hobby. Would hop and skip and jump to prison. But he's got a lot to lose, and I've got a lot to lose as well, because he's in a really, really good job. And he's supporting me at Little Un. You know, he pays for her schooling. He, really does help out. And we need him home. She needs a daddy around. She doesn't need a daddy to be banged up and weekly visits. And I don't want to be taking her to a place like that. I mean, the tenant, I'll refer to him as the tenant and his parents rather than cousin, because there's no longer, I don't class them as family anymore. The tenant's mother, she's got 2 elder daughters, incredible girls, lovely, lovely girls. But her ex-husband were in the nick, and she used to take her girls on weekly visits. And yes, at the time, it was the only way the girls could see the dad. But what sort of trauma has that left in those girls' heads? You know? I'm not doing that to my daughter. She deserves so much better. She deserves so much more. So, and I've got the names that have been called. They're a bit pathetic, really. You'll think of a Sprog. Yep. I'm going through them here. First choice property, do not use, rip me off, £3,500 is a massive gambling addict. Gambling renters money away, which I don't. My system is, I have a system for my rents where when a rent comes in, the owners have access to my accounts for their properties. They all have access, they've all got that. So when a tenant pays the rent in, that owner knows straight away that that's been paid, that very second. They know that very second when I reconcile it. They know when the accounting fee and the management fee is taken out. They know when the contractor's fee is taken out. They get invoices sent to them from the contractors to verify that amount. It is totally transparent. So I don't steal any renters' money. I've got no need to, because I wouldn't be able to build up a legitimate, decent business by doing shit like that anyway. So yeah. Oh, and because I've won awards, he put an award of a golden knob with a hand around it. This is about the only award you're ever going to win. can I just mention, to enter you have to self-submit yourself and then go have your photo taken with your participation trophy. My trophy for winning an egg and spoon race means more. You picked a fight, you lost to me. And then a load of laughing faces. I never picked a fight. I was acting on the behalf of the landlady. And the Prestige Awards and the Estes Awards. So the Estes Awards are based on reviews that my tenants put on there. All the tenants and all the landlords are rung back to make sure that they are legitimate reviews, the correct reviews. They're not all great. I'm not total 5 stars running throughout. I'm not. But I won an award for the reviews that I've got. Prestige Awards goes to a panel. They enter. I didn't even hear about them. I didn't know anything about them until I found out I'd won an award in 2020. So I'm not through them, but they've done a lot of slandering on Facebook for my business. So yeah, so Prestige Awards, they look at your website, they look at the patterns that you're doing, they go through things like Rightmove, Zoopla, and on the market, see how you're doing, how you're performing, how you're renting, and they go to a panel and decide on who wins. Now, I've won 4 years running the best property management company in Yorkshire. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I'm proud of that. I've actually got 5 awards on my wall in there. I've got 4 glass ones and a gold one. I think you've seen them all before, so I'm not going to go and get them and show them you. Well, the glass ones you've seen, you haven't seen the gold one. I am very proud of that. It is a ball ache having to drive up to Hazelwood Castle in the cold every November or December. But it's a nice day out, and as I say, it's an achievement for me in the business. I have been basically running it single-handedly until recently. And I've got 2 amazing people helping me with the business now. I've got someone that's managing my roomlets, the advertising and the bookings, and I've got somebody that's managing a lot of the back office work, the admin and maintenance. So I've got 2 incredible people helping me out there. I am. Do you want me to go and get you the gold? Show you the gold one that I won? I'll go and get it if you want to see it. You've seen the glass ones. I've shown you them before. If you want to see it, I can go and get it. It's not a problem. It's just another room. So yeah, I've had a lot of shit. So yeah, okay. So like this little tit for tat, niggling and boring shit with the Welsh one, it's not gonna bother me. It's not. I got enough going on in real life. Hold on, I'll get it. So they're the ones that you've seen before. Quite heavy. I've got 4 of them. And this is the recent one. You can see reflection. Computer. They did send me some cotton gloves to handle this with, but it's only on my shelf in the house, so. And they're heavy. The reason, because I have only won 4 awards, 4 years, the reason I've got 5 of these is because when I got one of them, some of the lettering came off. I think it was this bit here came off. I asked them for the lettering because it's basically stuck on, I think. But I said, just send me the lettering, tell me what to do, and I'll do it. And they didn't. They sent me just another reward. So that's why I've got 5 of them. But yeah, they are heavy. So yeah, so this little thing with that Welsh fucking idiot, it's not gonna bother me. I mean, what's she gonna do? Say I've got scars on my face? I know I've got scars on my face. Yeah, I've been through a lot. She's got no teeth. Full set of my own lashes there, love. Strong ones. Got my own hair. Looks a mess, fair enough. I need my roots doing. Still my own hair. So, for her, slag me off for my weight, slag me off for my scars, my hair, whatever. I'm real. Everything about this. There's no fake, there's no makeup. As you can tell, no makeup. I don't like makeup. Very rare that I wear it. Red marks from my glasses, look. Yeah, so you can see my scars, you can see my blemishes. You can see my wrinkles. I don't have Botox, you know. Real. I'm a fat lass. Yeah. I've got a tummy. Got a tummy. Real. Tits. Real. I'm a real person. Got no to hide. Nothing to hide. Because I just am who I am. Can't see my wrinkles, believe me. I've got them. I have them. I have them around my eyes. Look. Got them on my head. I tie my hair up though. I think it kind of just pulls my skin that you can't see them. Yeah, they're there, mate. They're definitely there. To put my hair up tight gives me a facelift. Yeah, I have been through a lot, Shandy. I know I've given shit and I've given it to you and I've given it to Eileen and I have apologised to you both and we're all okay. You've got your own issues with Eileen, which is your doing, and that's for. I know you'll stop you looking at your Yeah, don't stop me looking at my belly. I hate my figure. I really do. Boobies! But yeah, like I say, I'm just a real person. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I've done some shitty things, but I've been in my real life. I have been through a lot. Traumatic childhood, major car accident, bad relationships. You know, I've had two pretty rotten, well, one good that turned out rotten, and then one just total rotten relationships. I've been controlled. I've been abused. Thankfully, not sexually abused. I know some people have been through that, and it's not something to joke about. Not something to lie about or joke about. It's not nice going through any sort of trauma like that. It's not nice. But I have been beaten. I've been strangled. I've been threatened. I've been cheated on. I've been controlled financially, mentally, physically. I've had all my family removed. I've had friends removed. I've had all that, and I am in a good place in life right now. Yes, I've got shit with this tenant and his parents, which I'm hoping is going to stop soon. I just keep hoping. But you know, I've got a good man in my life. I've got a business which is growing. It's slow, but it's growing. I've got an amazing little girl, so incredibly intelligent and bright and happy and gorgeous. Yes, I struggled when I first had her, as any new mum does struggle. I had postnatal depression. Postnatal depression was affecting my relationship with my husband. It was making me feel like a complete failure as a mum. I didn't know what to do. I was scared of holding her. Although I just wanted to cuddle her all the time, but I was scared of hurting her. I was scared of dropping her, and she used to have her little tantrums, which babbies do. They cry, they lash out. And I didn't know what to do in that situation because I'd never been around kids. I'd never had children. Of course, she's remained in my custody. I've had, that's something else that the tenant's family did. The tenant's parents, they got social services involved. Said that my husband takes Class A drugs and drug drives the car with the little one in it, and is not licensed and insured. Social services came out, says, "Come out, have a cup of tea, have a biscuit. Yep, you can meet him. He works in a power station. He gets drug and alcohol tested every week. You can have the reports. You can bring your own test or whatever you want to do. There's the insurance. There's the license. There's the car documents. There's all mine. There's all his. What more do you want?" They can see she's happy. Because they want to cause me as much trouble as possible, Shandy. They just want to hurt me. And they're failing at every hurdle. My honey, don't mind me being here and shoot on real estate, come feck the hater. So thank you, Amanda. Very nice. Thank you for dropping on. And thank you for your message. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come on at any time. You don't need to explain yourself. We all have struggles and challenges with kids, relationships, and life generally. We're only human. Exactly. And for this Welsh one to say, like, she'd been through postnatal depression, she'd done this, she'd done that, blah, blah, blah. And at the time we were supposed to be friends, so yeah, I turned to her because I wanted to see another woman's perspective. Me too, Amanda. I wanted to get it from another woman's perspective. What did she do? How did she overcome that? To try and help me overcome it, and I got help anyway. And as I say, I've made some incredible friends on here. There is somebody that I've become friends with on YouTube. It's actually my best friend right now, or has been my best friend for a while, and that long may it stay that way. Well, she's an incredible, talented, caring, kind, considerate, generous. She's an incredible woman, and she's got an incredible family. It's obvious that you talk to your friends. Of course. Well, I mean, the Welsh one was supposed to be a friend at the time. She was a friend while I was putting a folder together of basically a legal pack so she could fight her housing situation, which I now don't believe she was truthful about. I think she lied to everybody about that because, I mean, this was, over a year ago now, and she was saying that her things were boxed up and she was getting kicked out, and she's still there. There's nothing boxed up. You can tell in the things in a little, when she comes live and gives it all this, you can see. But at the time, I thought I was helping, and she's even admitted that she's received that and that she was thankful for that, and it did help her apparently. But it is what it is. That's when we were friends, and then she got what she wanted, and then she decided to stab everyone in the back, as we all know. I mean, let's face it, she slagged Mick off, called him a drunken idiot, amongst other things. Mick slagged her off, saying that she'd been asking him for money and blah, blah, blah. Now they're all denying this. She slagged Mark and Hayley off. She still slags Hayley off, slags Jane off. I mean, I've never met Hayley and I've never met Jane. But, yeah, I've had past issues with Hayley, which she's apologised and I've accepted, and that's fine. She comes on, she's more than welcome to. And I will be, I'll be civil and nice with Hayley. Just everyone goes through stuff and then realises and apologises and things move forward. Like me and Shandy, clear example. Shandy's there. We had our differences, and I caused her some shit. I did some horrible things against her. I apologised, and we moved forward, and we're friends. So she's slagged everyone off. I know she has. And these, some of them keep going back to her. I don't think she slagged Shazzy off though. I don't think she ever slagged Shazzy off, but she did Mark. He's gone back. She slagged Ben Thorpe off and then had him on panel and was all fluttering and blushing and, oh, I feel like I've got a superstar on and, oh, starstruck. Oh. And then the next day she was hating on him. This home actor, she's now slagging him off after she's been blushing over him as well. She's on one of them spinning teacups, isn't she? Constantly. Seeing what she had to say about me in a private group chats. Trying to set you up. You're joking. Cringe, the daddy. What do you mean, the daddy? Oh, Mick is a credit to her channel. I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't particularly like Mick, but on the other hand, I don't think that we see the real Mick. I think we see the sock puppet Mick that they want him to be. I think he plays up to them. I know he's got problems of his own. And I think that they play him to carry on the way he does for their entertainment. So we basically see a sock puppet Mick that I don't know if it's the real Mick or what. Ben Thorpe, she called him the daddy. Oh yeah. Ugh. Oh God, no. Oh, it's just creepy. So I don't like the Mick that we see, but maybe the real Mick, the actual person, might be a much nicer person, taken away from all this crap. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. And that Chanel that she's got on there, she was slagging her off other year, weren't she? Last year. And now she's up her ass. I mean, if these people are going to keep going back to her and being friends, then that's their lookout. I certainly won't be making the same mistake. They do all learn, Manda. They do all learn. Of course they do. Everybody learns one way or another. I've had to do it. I've had to learn. We've all had to learn. It's just, you don't know these things, do you? Until something happens and then you think, okay, right, we'll overcome this and we'll not step back in that pile of dog shit there. We'll stay away from it from now on. We're not going to keep making that same mistake. People do keep making the same mistake, and as I say, that is entirely their lookout. It's not mine because it doesn't involve me. So, yeah. I'm supposed to be working, aren't I? I printed off what I need to print off. I need to get my Excel up in a bit. I will cut this live off so then I can get my accounts done, because I'll get my Excel spreadsheets up. And I've got a meeting in an hour with another landlord. Might be able to bring a couple more properties on, which would be nice. I'm going as I am. I always say to my landlords when I meet them, I say, look, I know I'm not in a suit. I know my ears. I'm not a supermodel or anything like that. I just go as I am. But this is how I am. This is how I work. I'm comfortable. I'm relaxed. And they appreciate that because it's more down to earth. I don't go with my nose in the air. You know, I'm no better than you. I'm no better than the tenants. I just have a different skill set that I put to use to manage your properties. I just have different knowledge. That's all. I'm not a better person. So I don't pretend to be anyone better. I am who I am. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this meeting. Actually, I've not met a new landlord for a while. I've just taken on 5 properties, but I haven't actually met any of the landlords. And I like meeting them, you know. I like meeting them. Everyone's different. Everyone's got their own stories to tell. I went to a property the other day, and I went to a property the other day, and there's the tenants in there are Egyptian, from an area of Egypt that I know quite well, and the house is just incredible. You've never seen anything like it in your life. The decorations that they have up, and she changes them every month, and it must take hours upon hours to do it. Um, and it is spectacular. You can literally, like when you go somewhere and they've got all the Christmas decorations up, but there's that much going on that you're just in awe of it all and you can't take your eyes off it. Well, her house is like this, and she's setting it up now for Easter, and it's just I just can't describe it to you, and obviously I can't show you. But it's just amazing. So meeting landlords and tenants and people from different walks of life and with different experiences and everything it's one of the best things for me, because it's nice. You learn different things from all these people, and it's really good. Knowledge is key and all that. Yeah, I do enjoy it. What's this? Oh, I'm gonna have to ring them. I've got no idea what she's on about. Mania. November. Oh, I think I do know. She ain't done that. Oh dear, that's not a problem. I can sort that. It's not an issue. Right, lovely ladies, and any gents that may be in the background. We've got Steph, we've got Shandy, we've got Stacey, and we have Amanda on. So thank you for coming on and chatting. For all of those in the background, thank you for watching. You should have said hi, but you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable. I am. I'm going to have a stretch and another cup of tea. I'm going to get my accounts done. I'm going to answer this email, and I am going to then go for my meeting, and then I'm going to pick my little girl up from nursery. It's all go. Thank you for coming on, everyone. Thank you, Amanda, for coming on. First time you're coming on my live. I hope I see you again. I don't do many lives, to be honest. But by all means, when I do, feel free to pop along and smash the thumbs. You don't know. Well, it'd be nice, but you don't have to. I'm not monetized or anything. I don't get paid for doing these videos or anything. I just do them for the fun of it. But yeah. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Have a lovely night, and an even better weekend. And I hope the weather is better where you are than what it is here, because it's miserable. It looks bright, but it's miserable. And no, you're more than welcome, Amanda. Honestly, no thanks needed. You're more than welcome to come on anytime. Right, I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all on the next one.